So I'm going to do some pose analysis. I'm going to start with Warrior Two. So I'll start by exploring with you the joint actions of Warrior Two. So starting with the front foot is dorsiflex, flexion at the knee, lateral flexion at the hip, external rotation of the thigh. The back leg is laterally extended, extension at the knee, and then dorsiflexion and inversion of the back foot. So the struggles that I see with this pose, the first one really is the knee on the front leg, or that's what we see. It's really about internal and external rotation, or lateral rotation. So what tends to happen is the front knee drops in, and what we're looking to do here is find the external rotation and rotate the knee out. So the limits here really are the weakness in the external rotators, the outer hip, and the tension here in the inner leg line, or the adductors. And so kind of playing around a little with what internal and external rotation are. If this is the front leg, internal rotation, the knee comes in, foot comes out. Knee or thigh bone comes towards the midline of the body. External rotation, thigh bone rotates away from the midline of the body, or laterally. So internal rotation coming towards the midline, external rotation coming out. Let's do one more, internal and external, right? So external rotation. And so we'll come back here, let's move that into the pose, let the knee drop in, and feel what happens here in the inner leg line, and then press the knee out. So take a look, knee comes out towards pinky side edge, knee shifts in, knee presses out, one more in, and presses out. So we're starting to build strength here in the outer and a little bit of length in the inner. And then the next piece is flexion at the knee. And so because of the limiting factor here, the struggle really is a weakness in the hamstring. And so we overuse the top of the leg because the hamstrings and the glutes are weak. The quad gets overused, or leg gets tired. So think about flexion at the knee. Flexion at the knee is this action here. It might be a hamstring curl, right? It's how we build strength in the hamstrings. So let's do this a few times. Hamstring curl, hamstring curl, hamstring curl. Well, let's come back to the pose. We're gonna do the same action here, but now the right foot is fixed. So instead of hamstring curl, it's kind of awkward to do in that position, we're gonna press down so the foot doesn't slide back, and we're gonna pull the foot back as if we were doing a hamstring curl until the underside, the hamstring, maybe even the glute starts to fire up. So we pull back on that right leg, that front leg, so that it's this same action, this action here, pulling back, pull back, right? Okay, so there's the next piece. So the third and final action that I notice being an issue for people is tension through the back leg, or really the lateral abduction, abduction of the back leg. So this leg moving out and away. Limiting factors here, or one of the struggles, is tension in the adductors, so these inner groin muscles, but also gravity tends to pull us down. So oftentimes we'll sink into the pose and we don't feel very strong in the pose. So, so our solution here, or what we're gonna work on, is we'll turn all 10 toes towards me. Press the big toes down so that the arch fires up, and then soften the knees. We'll take a little fold forward. So maybe the hands come to the hips, maybe they come down to the ground or a block, it doesn't matter. But you can stay right here with your hands on your hips. That's where I'm gonna stay for today. And then hug the feet together as if you're trying to do this action, and hug them together. So this action here, press down through the big toe mound and pull in. This action is called adduction, squeezing together, and then release, and then squeeze together, and then release. Let's do one more, squeeze together, and then release. Nice job. Let's come up. Let's find Warrior Two. And we're going to get a little bit of softening through the groin and the back leg. We're going to move the thigh bone back. What's going to happen is the front knee is going to wing in, but we've already learned how to take care of that, so we're going to put them together. So we soften here, we press down, we pull in. That's one action, right? So now let's add all three pieces together. Let's take the back thigh, press it back, press down through the front heel, and then move the knee out to the right. So we move towards the pinky side edge, and then hug in. So we're doing all three together. Back leg softens, groin softens back, adductor softens, press the knee back, find length again, and pull in. And there's your warrior two.